Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, 320 Simpilot, and today just a quick video for you just to share some exciting news, which is that the A320neo Fly-by-Wire mod has been updated and it does now work. The autopilot works again. There's been a bug that a lot of people have been talking about since the last patch for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the great news is the Fly-by-Wire team as ever have done an amazing job getting it to work. So what we're going to do is jump into the flight deck, prove it works by taking off and heading out, and I'll chat about which version you need for that. So let's get started. Here we are on the flight deck today, and for a bit of fun, something different, we're going to head out from New York. We're going to take off, and I'm hoping this departure will have us pointing somewhere over Manhattan Island as we head out onto our flight down to Washington. So the problem that people have been having with the autopilot is based around the lateral navigation after takeoff, where if you try and use the autopilot, it banks over and doesn't follow the flight path at all or fly anywhere it should be. I've had a lot of comments about this in all of my videos recently, where people have been frustrated or having difficulty in using it. So the great news when we found out that they have fixed it. So the issue was on the stable version 0.4.1, which was the version I was using until recently. They've now fixed it, and in the developer version as well, it is fixed. So I have the latest developer version. I used the Fly-by-Wire installer for that. Now, they are going to release another stable version if you don't like using the unstable developer version, which can break. So if you use version 0.4.2, which will be released soon, I understand, then this fix should also apply to you. So let's get ourselves up in the air and underway, and we'll have a chat about how they managed to fix it so quickly. Right, so here we are, as I said, a wintry morning. We've got the engine anti-ice on. It was a bit wet out there, and as you can see, it has been snowing. It felt appropriate for this time of year, so we've got the engine anti-ice on for takeoff. Flap 2 for takeoff, which I will set there, as you can see. Loads of things to talk about in the Fly-by-Wire mod. I will be doing a video on the MCDU soon and to talk about all of the things they've added. It's really come a long way. It's looking really good at the moment, and there's also obviously lots of updates to the eCam and status pages. Okay, let's get started. I'll start the chrono, which does now work, which is great. We'll go to 50% N1, forward half on the side stick, let the engine stabilize. They don't actually over rev like that in real life. They normally just go straight to the marker. They're pretty good FADEC system. Let's release the parking brake and get to the flex temperature. Man, flex 55, SRS runway, order thrust is blue. Bit of a breezy day. You see some gusts. 100 knots, side stick to neutral. Got enough authority now on the rudder. There's our rotate. Rotate the aircraft. Some nice new sound effects of that nose wheel rattling. Positive climb. Gear up. Nav mode. Bit of a bank to the left as it tries to get us back to the centre line. Quite turbulent. Wouldn't expect to be this turbulent with the wind I've got set. And now autopilot 1. And here's the magic. As you can see, even with a bit of turbulence, it's managing to follow that route nicely. Now we are a bit fast. This is slightly aggressive turbulence loaded in, obviously. But the autopilot's doing a good job following the track as we would expect. And if I increase the range, all looking good. Like I say, loads of things we need to talk about that have been added into this sim. Right, lever climb flashing. Thrust levers to climb. Flaps up. And then once we're above the green S, we'll go from flaps 1 to 0. Another stage up. It does now target the correct speed the whole time, the 250 knots, which is brilliant news. And there we are, heading out to rather snowed out New York. I think my scenery has not loaded quite as I would hope. But there we go. Very turbulent. So how did they fix this? Well, they've put onto their Discord, the Fly-by-Wire team, that they did a lot of research. The community, who all contribute to make this mod, did a lot of digging into how the problem was created, and then they managed to adjust it by sending the information to Asobo, who then came back with a fix for them, which they've implemented into this version of the Fly-by-Wire mod. So like I said, great news, amazing work by the team to have it already set up. And if you want to get it fixed yourself so that you can have that autopilot, God, so turbulent, can't even do the lights, then all you need to do is go to the installer and update to the latest development version if you're happy with the unstable version, or soon you should see the new stable build version 0.4.2, which should include this fix. But there we go, autopilot's back working. That is incredible turbulence. So there we go, great work by the Asobo team and the Flybywire team, especially for getting this fix out. They identified it and have done a great job getting it so the autopilot is already working again for us, as you can see, flying nicely on our lateral path here in the Neo. That's all for today's video, just a short video just to let you guys know about the update. As I said, version 0.4.2 will be the stable release that includes this fix. Otherwise, use the latest development version and that will have the autopilot back working for you. Do stay tuned to the channel if you'd like to see more tutorials and streams coming with Fly-by-Wire and other Airbus and simulators. Otherwise, do please keep safe. We'll see you again in another video soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.